Hot, muggy weather goes on as we go through the rest of the weekend. Overnight, we'll see a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Most of all, though, it's just going to be very warm, very humid, and uncomfortable. A low dropping down to 73. Intervals of clouds and sunshine on Sunday. Maybe a pop-up late-day thunderstorm. A high in the mid-90s. Heat index levels could approach 100. I'm meteorologist Spark Thibodeau from the Weather Channel for Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
Hi, I'm Minnie Driver, and I'm here to share some important information about ovarian cancer. Although it's more common in older women, ovarian cancer can affect women of all ages, even in their 20s. There is no early detection test, and symptoms can be subtle. But even though you can't see it, you can take steps to get ahead of it by knowing your risk factors, such as family history of cancer and presence of gene mutations like BRCA. So talk to your family and talk to your doctor. Knowing this information will help you take control of your health and be more aware of the vague signs that could indicate ovarian cancer. We're learning more every day, and we will continue our collaborative research for diagnosing and treating this devastating disease. Be proactive. Know your risk factors, and the sooner the better. Just because you can't see ovarian cancer doesn't mean it's not there. To learn more about the symptoms, risk factors, and research, go to su2c.org/ovarian.
Did you just look down at your phone? You did it again, didn't you? You know, you're flying down the road in a 3-ton hunk of steel, and a text takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's long enough to travel the length of a football field and cause some serious damage. Turn it off. Trust me, whatever it is, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextsstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Stay connected. Listen on AM 680 or stream us on your PC, tablet, or phone at WCBM.com.
New frequency detected.
Speak Your Mind is sponsored by Derek Stroman and Stroman Entertainment. This is Talk Radio 680 WCBM. Time now for Speak Your Mind. Here's your hosts, Derek Stroman and Jimmy Zane.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Speak Your Mind here on Talk Radio 680 WCBM. I'm Dan Cosgrove, filling in for Jimmy Zane. This program is brought to you in part by Vino Bar and Liquors, located at 3811 North Point Road in Dundalk, Maryland. Visit them for all your liquor needs, or you can call them at 410-477-1120. Why pay more when you can go to Vino Bar and Liquors? Ladies and gentlemen, the host of Speak Your Mind, Mr. Derek Stroman.
Hey, how's everybody doing this evening? I'm your host, Derek Stroman, and in the studio with us, as always, is P. Hill Gutter.
Hey, what's up, callers? That's my line too, bro.
Yes, indeed. It's a great night. Want to give a shout out, a get well shout out, rather, to our colleague who's in Harbor Memorial right now, Jimmy Zane. He's okay, guys. I did talk to him earlier. Basically what happened is he said he was getting out his vehicle and he had a shortness of breath, is what he told me. So, for those of you who don't know Jimmy Zane, he's just experiencing some health issues right now. He's okay. He gave me the thumbs up that he's fine, and he'll be back with us shortly. So, just give him your best wishes out there. I really appreciate it. He's a, close buddy of mine, and we all want to wish him well, send him positive prayers and the whole nine. So, but yeah, moving on, let's get into some subject matter for tonight. Forgive me because that does have me a little bit distraught. A lot of things going on in the community and in our society is also bothering me. I think that, as people, we should do a better job at communicating with each other. I think that in part is one of the main problems that we have. All of us have entitlement to this planet. It seems like for some reason there's groups of us out there, and it's a lot of us. You guys have to be honest about this. A lot of us that seem to think that, we have more right to something, or, these people don't belong, or. Now, granted, there should be regulations, there should be rules, there should be restrictions, and we should all have to abide by whatever those rules, restrictions, regulations are. That's what keeps the order. That's what keeps the order, and I understand that. I think we all understand that. But with that being said, that still doesn't mean that a particular group has more right to an area more so than anyone else. Because again, this is a planet, and I think sometimes we forget that we live on planet Earth. It's our planet. It belongs to all of us. We try to take over a sovereignty, claim it to be ours, and I understand that. If you want to go back in time, you want to date back to the Indians or who took over land. I mean, you have so many different groups that traveled and landed on different continents just to spread their philosophies, their religion, their life, their way of beliefs. Okay, so none of us are really without fault or guilt, or none of us are really in a position to make it like we are the supreme being. I just wanted to get that out real quick. Again, this is an hour show, so I don't really want to go into it, but we will begin to, talk more about these matters. And I think everybody has a right to chime in on it. With that said, that's my little mild rant for the night.
Yeah, something is heavy on your mind tonight.
Absolutely.
Listeners, you didn't know, but I've never seen Derek wound up like this. Somebody has wound him up.
Yeah, well, I mean, you heard what I said, and I can actually go deeper, but we don't have enough time for that on this show. That's why we created the After Hours show, the Speak Your Mind After Hours, in which we do that at Jimmy's house in his studio, and we run on and on.
If the listeners wanted to hear that show, how could they get to it?
Well, we're still working on that. For now, we just do it Facebook Live. So if you're a Facebook friend of myself, P. Hill Gutter, or Jimmy Zane, you can actually watch the show live. It's podcasted on his Spreaker and his Lost on Vinyl. And then, of course, we share it across social media. How about YouTube?
I'm a big
YouTube as well. I'm actually still working on the last production that we did.
Okay. What's the channel name on YouTube?
The channel, it's called Speak Your Mind.
Okay,
on YouTube. So if you were just to...
I was just on there. I didn't see any after-hours shows.
Well, because the last one we did was just Monday.
Okay.
So I'm still working on that production. So running a little bit behind.
What you waiting on? People want to see it.
I know. And it was a good one. I mean, we had a lot of comments. I think it was like somewhere around 143 comments within, I don't know, the show was like an hour and a half long.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was fun. And we got a lot of different subject matter out. So, But I don't want to keep dragging on about this because, as you can tell already, I am a little fired up. And,
a little.
Yeah.
Very fired up.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, right now with everything going on, you should be a little fired up. You should want answers. People out there, you should want answers. You should want somebody to explain what's going on in front of your face and, somebody give you some kind of decent answer that actually makes some kind of sense. But for right now, let's go to you, Mr. Dan Cosgrove. Tell us what's on your mind.
What's on my mind? I have a question for the listeners out there, something that's been on my mind for quite some time. Here's the question. Is Baltimore County becoming the new Baltimore City under the leadership of Kevin Cabinets, who's the county executive? Now, I've lived in Baltimore County for the majority of my life. I see trash piling up where trash has never been seen before. Homeless people are growing in numbers and visibility. The number of vacant properties appears to be growing. Drug addicts can now be seen begging for money at intersections where just a few years ago it would be unthinkable to find someone begging for money. And here's the kicker. Under Cabinets, the county has set aside $30 million of county taxpayers' money to build 1,000 homes for low-income African-American families so that they can move into prosperous county neighborhoods like Cockeysville, Catonsville, Towson, and White Marsh. The county, or we can say cabinets, also pledged to help 2,000 families on Section 8 rent subsidies to move from poor, predominantly African American communities in Baltimore City and move them into Baltimore County. Mm-hmm. So, I asked the listeners, is Baltimore County becoming the new Baltimore City under the leadership of Kevin Cabinets? And I want to point something out. They're using taxpayers' money to build 1,000 homes for low-income African Americans. Mm-hmm. So if you're a poor white, you need not apply. If you are a poor Asian, you need not apply. If you are a poor Native American, you need not apply. You have to be black.
Okay, I was going to ask you. So
you have to be black to participate in this program. That discriminates against every other poor person in Baltimore City that wants to move to the county.
Right.
Furthermore, I am a landlord in Baltimore County. The way that the mainstream liberal media is selling this, they're saying that poor black people are discriminated against in their choice of rental properties, and that's total nonsense. If you are a landlord in Baltimore County and you want to participate in Section 8, you have that right. You just go down and register as a landlord willing to participate. And there are landlords in Cockeysville, Catonsville, Towson, and Whitemarsh that rent to Section 8 renters. No doubt about it, okay? But what Cabinets is doing is taking landlords' ability away not to participate in this program. Now, I, as a landlord, participated in the program. The last Section 8 renter I had destroyed the house that they were renting. It cost me $7,800 to rehab that house so I could rent it out again. After that happened, I said, I do not want to participate in this program. So, when you see trash, it's really about quality of life, okay? If you see trash piling up, if you see the homeless population increasing, becoming more visible, if you see vacant properties increasing in Baltimore County, if you see drug addicts begging at intersection where just a few years ago it would be unthinkable to see them people here, and then you have Cabinets coming to this agreement, I personally believe that Baltimore County is becoming the new Baltimore City under Kevin Cabinets' leadership.
Yeah, and I definitely get your point there. I mean, it goes back to what I was saying before about the culture of life, lifestyles. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's not fair. And
I'm also a landlord in Baltimore City, so I understand the culture of poor neighborhoods, okay? And if they're going to take people from those neighborhoods and transplant them up to places like Whitemarsh,
it's a form of discrimination, but nobody wants to look at it
like
that.
Wait a minute, what's a form of discrimination?
It's a form of discrimination by not allowing anybody who fits that criteria to be able to apply.
They can apply. They can apply. As a landlord, okay, I went over and said, I want to participate in this Section 8 rental program that you had.
Right.
So the people that they're saying that you're claiming are discriminated against had the right to call me up and say, I want to rent your house, but I pay through Section 8. I would have said fine. And there's plenty of landlords that participate in the program.
Well, no, that's a good thing that you're doing. But what I thought that you said that it was only blacks that
need not apply, that can apply for this new program that Cabinets has put into work.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, we will pick up after the break. We got to go to break here, and we'll talk more about what you're saying. I just want to be clear about exactly what the stipulations are, and we're going to have P. Hill chime in on this as well when we come back from the break.
In his moment of realness.
Yeah, well, go ahead and take us to break there, Dan. Appreciate it.
Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
Hi, I'm Derek Stroman from the new talk show called Speak Your Mind. I have a great show lined up for you with my co-host Jimmy Zane and my featured guest host P. Hill Gutter in his segment called A Moment of Realness. On Speak Your Mind, we're asking you to do just that. I have a wonderful lineup of comedians, skits, and just a ton of interesting topics to keep listeners interested in our show. We'll have trivia questions, prize giveaways, gift certificates, and so much more. Speak Your Mind is backed by my company called Stroman Entertainment, which showcases a whole slew of entertainment, from comedy to music bands, murder mystery to drag queen shows, and also available to hire for private parties, weddings, and so on. This is not just entertainment, this is Stroman Entertainment. Log on to my website, StromanEntertainment.com. Remember to listen to Speak Your Mind on Talk Radio 680 WCBM, Saturdays, midnight to 1 a.m.
I'm glad you came so quickly.
1-800-GOT-JUNK always comes when it's convenient for you, sir.
You get used to it, but you really shouldn't.
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Is this your main man, Tom, and your other main man, Tom?
That's us.
Here, let me turn this off. Junk is like ambient noise.
You don't realize how much it was bothering you until it's gone.
Exactly. Today, we're going to get rid of some visual noise.
All you have to do is point.
Great. I'll take over from here. That, and that, and that.
Now follow me. This, and that big mother. It's gone, just like you said.
Wow. It's a brand new world.
Peaceful.
Will there be anything else? We work until midnight, 7 days a week, so you never have to take off work to meet us. When you're ready for some visual peace and quiet, call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
Hi, I'm Derek Stroman from the new talk show called Speak Your Mind. I have a great show lined up for you with my co-host Jimmy Zane and my featured guest host P. Hill Gutter in his segment called A Moment of Realness. On Speak Your Mind, we're asking you to do just that. I have a wonderful lineup of comedians, skits, and just a ton of interesting topics to keep listeners interested in our show. We'll have trivia questions, prize giveaways, gift certificates, and so much more. Speak Your Mind is backed by my company called Stroman Entertainment, which showcases a whole slew of entertainment, from comedy to music bands, murder mystery to drag queen shows, and also available to hire for private parties, weddings, and so on. This is not just entertainment, this is Stroman Entertainment. Log on to my website, StromanEntertainment.com. Remember to listen to Speak Your Mind on Talk Radio 680 WCBM, Saturdays, midnight to 1 a.m.
It's brand new and improved. The WCBM mobile phone app powered by Aircast, now available for download for your Droid, Apple, and Amazon devices. Stream WCBM anywhere on your smartphone or tablet. Check out audio on demand to listen to your favorite local shows or interviews. Text, email, or call your favorite local shows. Follow WCBM on Twitter and like us on Facebook. It's out with the old and in with the new. Download the WCBM 680 new mobile phone app today and stay connected.
The views and opinions you hear on Talk Radio 680 WCBM and WCBM.com are not necessarily those of the owners, management, employers, and advertisers of WCBM.
And now more of Speak Your Mind with Derek Stroman and Jimmy Zane on Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
All right, we're back, guys, and we were just talking a little bit about some of the, I guess, lower developments and
it's really the leadership of Kevin Cabinets.
Okay.
And I think this whole situation was a backdoor deal. So.
Well, I mean. That's my thing, man. There's a lot of things like that go on. How much research did we put into it? You being a landlord, you have to do your homework.
I live it.
Right, you live it. So these are things that affect you. They affect the people that rent from you. So
they also affect the communities.
Yeah. Well, and I agree. There's a lot of movement, a migration out from the cities into the counties.
And I want to be clear. I didn't say that only Black people can apply for Section 8. I did not say that. I said that the 1,000 homes that are being built, only low-income African Americans can apply for those 1,000 homes, according to the Sun paper. That's where I got this information from.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we got a caller on line 2. Her name is Sharon. She's in Pikesville. Let's hear what Sharon's got to say about this. Welcome to the show, Sharon. Hello? Hello, Sharon, are you there? All right, well, let's go to Fred in Northeast Baltimore. Am I reading that correctly? On line 3.
Yes, sir. Derek and Jimmy.
Well, Jimmy's not here this evening. Jimmy is in the hospital, but you are with Dan Cosgrove and my partner, P. Hill Gutter.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, how's everyone? Look, I was hearing you saying that these 1,000 homes are going to be for blacks, you said.
Low-income African Americans, straight out of the Sun paper.
Do you have a problem with that?
Do I have a problem with that? Yes, because it discriminates against poor white people, poor Asian people, poor Native American people. Why is it only low-income African Americans? Why can't all low-income people be treated equally?
Let me ask you a question. Let me try to answer your question. How many low-income houses are there in the county right now that Caucasians have?
Not a lot.
Wait a minute.
Not true. Answer that.
How many
subsidized housing units are there in Baltimore County that's occupied by whites? It's been that way for years.
I don't have that number.
I know you don't. See, that's what I'm saying. All they're doing with this project is equaling out the amount of access to low-income housing in Baltimore County. They've always had subsidized housing in Baltimore County. Blacks couldn't move there.
Yeah, well, blacks could move there. I personally rented to low-income blacks as a landlord plenty of times.
I understand that, but I remember when blacks couldn't move to Baltimore County.
Well, that ain't the way it is today.
Well, what they're doing now is they're trying to equal up.
No, they're not trying to equal out. They're trying to bring low-income black people out of Baltimore City into Baltimore County. That's the plan. And the reason they want to do that is because they believe that if they pull people out of very bad neighborhoods, that it will be in the best interest of those that are moving up in the county.
So you've rented out. I get. So you've rented out properties to both the city and the county. Is that what you're saying?
I have rental property in both Baltimore County and Baltimore City.
Well, what I hear you saying is that you feel that moving these low-income blacks into Baltimore County somehow is going to deteriorate your investment in Baltimore County, and you don't think it's fair.
No, I did not say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
Well, you're saying that you think it's a bad idea to allow just blacks to move into Baltimore County, and I'll say to you again, how many subsidized units are there in Baltimore County for whites? And make the equal number.
No.
Fred, let me chime in real quick, Fred. How you doing? This is Derek Stroman, the host here. Do you have that figure for us? Do you have, how many subsidized housing, is there in Baltimore County for whites, I believe you're saying, right?
Well, I know there's thousands of units, and the gentleman that's there talking, he knows it is too. If he's in the real estate business in Baltimore, he knows that. He knows what I'm saying.
So what I'm trying to figure out, and I'm not. I mean, this is something that's a trade of Dan's. So I'm learning as well. So I'm just trying to figure out. You're saying that they would deny blacks moving into those particular communities? Is that?
Oh my God, that's not the case.
I'm just.
It is illegal to discriminate against people due to their race.
So
now it is okay. But how do you think the poor whites got in Baltimore County?
I've just recently.
There's only property out there, and don't tell me there's no poor whites in Baltimore County.
Oh, yeah, I've recently just had some neighbors that were white that were in the actual townhouse community that I live in. They just moved. They were on a Section 8 voucher.
Right. I mean,
it does exist.
The one thing I like to bring to the table is you cannot take all the poor people and pile them all together and expect for them to change.
And that's exactly what these politicians are saying, and they want to move people out of Baltimore City into Baltimore County.
Then let me ask you this, Fred, before we go to break. I mean, do you see a trend? Does it seem like we're being herded as cattle? I mean, be honest. I mean, you sound like a mature gentleman, maybe even a little older than myself. So you've been around, you've seen a lot. I mean, does it seem like we're being insulted here? It's almost like, I like how P. Hill puts it. He says he smells a rat. It seems like there's things being manipulated, and we're just supposed to stand around and act like we don't see it, and then we get back and forth with each other, and we challenge each other when it's really not us that's doing the manipulating. We're the ones so-called being manipulated. Now, stay on hold. We're going to go to break here real quick. I'd like to hear a little more what you got to say there, Fred. Thanks for listening to the Speak Your Mind show. We'll be back right after this.
Great show.
Thank you,
Talk
sir.
Radio 680 WCBM.
Hot, muggy weather goes on the next couple of days. Overnight, we'll see a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Most of all, it's just going to be very warm and humid, a low dropping down to 73. A few pop-up thunderstorms are possible as we head through the daytime on Sunday. Highs back up in the mid-90s. Heat index levels could still approach 100 at late afternoon. And the outlook for Monday, intervals of clouds and sun. Again, maybe a few pop-up storms. Very hot conditions. Highs in the upper 90s on Monday with heat indices approaching potentially 105. I'm meteorologist Mark Thibodeau from the Weather Channel for Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
Hi, I'm Derek Stroman from the new talk show called Speak Your Mind. I have a great show lined up for you with my co-host Jimmy Zane and my featured guest host P. Hill Gutter in his segment called A Moment of Realness. On Speak Your Mind, we're asking you to do just that. I have a wonderful lineup of comedians, skits, and just a ton of interesting topics to keep listeners interested in our show. We'll have trivia questions, prize giveaways, gift certificates, and so much more. Speak Your Mind is backed by my company called Stroman Entertainment, which showcases a whole slew of entertainment, from comedy to music bands, murder mystery to drag queen shows, and also available to hire for private parties, weddings, and so on. This is not just entertainment, this is Stroman Entertainment. Log on to my website, StromanEntertainment.com. Remember to listen to Speak Your Mind on Talk Radio 680 WCBM, Saturdays, midnight to 1 a.m.
When your out-of-town guests make plans to visit, make life easier for everyone. Have them enjoy affordable accommodations at the Hilton Garden Inn, Owings Mills, 30 minutes from BWI. The Hilton Garden Inn is ideal for business and leisure travelers, conveniently located and within easy reach of Baltimore's Inner Harbor. The attentive staff will ensure your stay is a memorable one. Relax in their modern, spacious guest rooms with home comforts, including adjustable garden sleep system beds and complimentary Wi-Fi. The Hilton Garden Inn has flexible event space for business meetings or other special events for up to 80 people with full catering available. Enjoy a daily cook-to-order breakfast in the Great American Grill restaurant. Exercise in their 24-hour fitness center or relax by the indoor heated pool and whirlpool. The Hilton Garden Inn. For reservations, call 410-654-0030. 410-654-0030. That's 410-654-0030.
Hi, I'm Derek Stroman from the new talk show called Speak Your Mind. I have a great show lined up for you with my co-host Jimmy Zane and my featured guest host P. Hill Gutter in his segment called A Moment of Realness. On Speak Your Mind, we're asking you to do just that. I have a wonderful lineup of comedians, skits, and just a ton of interesting topics to keep listeners interested in our show. We'll have trivia questions, prize giveaways, gift certificates, and so much more. Speak Your Mind is backed by my company called Stroman Entertainment, which showcases a whole slew of entertainment, from comedy to music bands, murder mystery to drag queen shows, and also available to hire for private parties, weddings, and so on. This is not just entertainment, this is Stroman Entertainment. Log on to my website, StromanEntertainment.com. Remember to listen to Speak Your Mind on Talk Radio 680 WCBM, Saturdays, midnight to 1 a.m.
People pouring over our borders, wave after wave after wave, of people who do not share our cultural beliefs, our beliefs about government, who do not seek to become American citizens.
Mark Levin, weeknights at 7, Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
And now more of Speak Your Mind with Derek Stroman and Jimmy Zane on Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Speak Your Mind here on Talk Radio 680 WCBM. I'm Dan Cosgrove, filling in for Jimmy Zane. This program is brought to you in part by Vino Bar and Liquors, located at 3811 North Point Road in Dundalk, Maryland. Visit them for all your liquor needs or call them at 410-477-1120. Why pay more when you can go to Vino's Liquor and Bar? Ladies and gentlemen, the host of Speak Your Mind, once again, Mr. Derek Stroman.
All right, thank you, Dan. Appreciate you for bringing us back in, and big shout out to Vino's over there in Dundalk. Let's go back to Fred, who's on the line. We were, talking about some pretty intricate stuff here. I posed a question to Fred before we went to the break. I just want to give him an opportunity to talk a little bit about that. Please be brief here, Fred. We have to get moving on with the show, okay?
If I can, was just wanted to say that I think that it may be a good idea. What's happening with this is, I think they can even they have grants through Section 8 where you can actually purchase a home. Is that correct? What's your guest name?
Dan.
Isn't that true?
You cannot purchase a house through Section 8.
Some kind of grant. I think it is.
No, you can't.
Well, what I'm saying is I think that we need to bring these people into the community, try to show them a different way. We're never going to straighten this problem out of piling everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
That's poor. That's not going to change. Look what it costs society.
Well, here are my thoughts. I think that Kevin Cabinets has used $30 million of Baltimore County taxpayers' money to buy the support of the NAACP when he runs for governor against Larry Hogan. I think that this is really the root of this whole situation.
Oh, really?
Yes. If you look at when he was elected, which was, I believe, 2010, a complaint was filed with the federal government in 2011 by the Baltimore County NAACP, three people looking for houses in Baltimore County, and some other entity. And now suddenly it's settled.
Well, there has been some problems with the housing issue in Baltimore City and Baltimore County, and you know that. You're aware of that if you're a landlord guy. And maybe they're just trying to straighten some things out, man, because I found it kind of odd that they decided to pull 1,000 units, build 1,000 units, and give them directly to blacks. There must be something in that formula that's saying they're doing something to equal the distribution in Baltimore County. That's what I think.
They play politics with our lives.
Hold on. I want to set this record straight here. You say equal the distribution, okay? Anyone of any race on Section 8 has a right to apply to rent a property where a landlord is participating in the program, okay? Now, how the numbers finally play out on the number of whites, blacks, and whatever, that's a random situation, okay? What they're talking about doing is bringing poor people out of the worst neighborhoods in Baltimore City and transplanting them into communities in Baltimore County, okay? And the thing that I find most striking is that they are saying that only low-income African Americans can apply to participate for these 1,000 homes that are going to be built throughout Baltimore County. That is discrimination against every other race that happens to be poor. I personally know poor whites. Why can't they apply?
Did it really say that?
Yes, in the Sun papers. I will print the article out and send it to you because I think it's shocking to you.
Hey, thank you for the call, Fred. Hey, look, I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it here at the Speak Your Mind show. Feel free to call in anytime. I believe that might even be your first time calling. You raised some very good points. This is a conversation that could go on and on. We only have an hour, and we have to go to P. Hill. He's been a little quiet tonight. It's been one of them nice guys out there, WCBM listeners. So, the tension is thick, but we're going to leave it up to P. Hill and his A Moment of Realness. What's on your mind tonight, P. Hill?
Hey, what's going on, listeners? What's on my mind is I actually want to step away from that for a minute and cut the tension. Let's get into ladies and gents, if y'all listening, especially ladies, I just want to get into a little bit about dating and the topic of dating and loving relationships. Now, with that being said, I just want to know, I'm going to stem this whole segment from, is it just me? Now, what I want to know is it just me or does it turn women off, when men have bad breath? Or when a man has a lack of education, because you got to choose, I'm not sure, me being a guy, I'm not sure whether or not if it would be a hard or easy decision to make, So how would you choose, stank breath or a Harvard degree? There's many reasons for not having a degree, but on the flip side of that, there's no reason for having bad hygiene and bad breath.
Deodorant, chewing gum, Tic Tacs.
Hey.
It's a couple
to
things.
Smell that way, I'm just saying, isn't right. How could it actually get to that point when Tic Tacs are only 99 cents?
Right.
I'm just saying. I mean, in addition to that, ladies, please tell me if I'm wrong. You know, by thinking that, you know, attractive women only date fugly dudes just to feel safe, so they won't get their hearts broken. Is it true or not?
Big bank accounts.
I'm just going off of observation and a lot of stuff. It's been a whole lot of mismatched couples out here where, you know, you would think, you know, a model-looking chick, she would be, you know, with a model-looking type guy, or, you know.
No.
You know.
You know how it goes. You remember how it was. You know, the jock ended up with the ugly girl. It was the nerd that got the pretty girl, man.
Oh,
you
man.
remember?
And usually dudes like nerds, when they get older, those are the guys that you call boss.
Oh, okay.
But
it didn't work out the way we thought it was going to work out in high school. That's for sure.
Right, because oddly to say, you know, some of those, you know, hot-looking mamas when they were younger, wow.
Well, what about some of the ones we considered ugly? Look what they turned into.
Right.
It was like, whoa, they just blossomed like
amazing.
They was in a cocoon or something.
Amazing. Now, I'm in the same light of that. Like, I'm still a little confused because I'm thinking, like, if you were so hot in high school, how do you go from elegant to elephant?
They work so hard
Not to be
good.
I mean, I apologize, but I'm just observant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not the best looking guy out there, but I haven't had any issues with in that department when it comes to women. I'm just curious.
The eyes of the beholder, man, that's never going to change.
The eyes of the beholder, but what if you're blind?
Well, you gotta feel. You gotta feel. They got what they can see with their fingers. They feel. They feel the beauty. You know, that's how that works.
By sense of touch. Yeah. So, ladies, I apologize. I'm not attacking you. You know, I'm a little confused. That's why I had to, you know, aim it towards the fellas also to get some clarity.
Yeah,
you know?
Like that. I like that. Was a real
I tried
good,
to keep it as simplistic as possible.
Thank you for that, Phil. You made me feel a lot better. Just bring me back to my early childhood, or, you know, at least the high school years. Those was fun years.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh Lord, you ever see a couple where, you know, there's an extremely attractive woman, you know, and by her side is a dude.
You can't figure it out, right?
You gotta, and I'm thinking, like, it must be nothing but hundreds in his wallet.
You know what it is?
It must be nothing. It must be a stack of Benjis in his pocket.
And see, that's the first assumption. But again, we take for granted the purity in just a great personality.
Great personality.
Come on, man. People act like that don't exist.
Okay. Well,
you act like it don't exist.
Okay. Now
it ain't always about the bank account.
Right. Now, with that being said, let's be realistic here. A lot of women, you know, let's not play any games. If you're attractive and you want to have babies someday, your idealistic man, you're not, I don't care how much money he makes. If he's fugly, you're not really going to want to have his babies. It's not. If that happens,
that's a tough one.
Oh man,
I'll tell you, I like that, man. That was one of them things that really made me think. Like, you know what? These are questions a lot of people ask each other. They look around. We all do it.
Yeah,
you know, just be honest. We all do it. And you know, again, it's one of them things that to me can simply be answered by, it's in the eyes of the beholder. How else can you explain it? You know, while we're on the sideline and we're looking in, we're concentrating and trying to figure out what's going on when it's really not something that we're seeing.
True.
It's not our opinion. So,
true.
You know, I like that segment.
Well, caller, please call in and chime in
opinion.
on that segment, please, because I'm just curious. Yes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but what if you're cross-eyed?
Yeah, you just see two or three. You see two or three of them people that might be fugly or beautiful.
How many fruits and bananas will it take to really bribe your mate from out behind the bushes? I'm just
methods of
wondering.
Persuasion. So,
you know, or how many beers or something.
Yeah, call in, folks, and you know, if you're out there listening, chime in on that.
Let us know what you think when it comes to, you know, that aspect of you know, love and relationships and dating.
And
I'd like to know.
So what we're getting ready to do now, P. Hill, is We are going. Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Chuck Heinley over there at Diamond Detail. He's got a fabulous establishment in Owings Mills right now. That's 10 Music Fair Road. It's Diamond Automotive Services. Is gorgeous. If you got a old car out there that you keep pristine and you want a place to store it because you're running out of space, yeah, go on up to DAS for short. Diamond Automotive Services. Again, that's 10 Music Fair Road in Owings Mills. The zip out there is 21117. But we're going to go straight into our Stroman's Comedy Kung Fu segment. I got a couple comedians who've been on the line for a while. I really appreciate you guys for holding. I know you've been on there for a while. They are returned from last week. We have Jessica Broadkin, who is currently in Brooklyn, New York, and we have Jay the Chameleon, who is a local comedic talent, very talented in his forte as well. Mm-hmm. And we're going to see if they're on the line. You guys there?
Yeah.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, I know we've had a long show. I think we brought you guys in earlier last week. I really appreciate you for holding, so we'll get right into it. Last week we talked about the pit bulls and all. We went into that, and that was interesting, made for a great show. But this week is a little different, all right? Something that we all participate in, and that includes everybody. Well, maybe a few exceptions, but the topic is Facebook. Okay, and last week we started with Jessica first. This week we will be starting with Jay the Chameleon. Yeah. You may begin.
Yeah, Facebook is a trip, man. I don't understand some people. First of all, I just want to acknowledge how hot it is. Yes. My air conditioner's broke and my big toe is swollen, man. I ain't been this hot. It's like Africa hot outside. I had to chase down an antelope in my backyard. Man, hot, man. But the brother was talking about dating.
Yeah.
And I've met a few women on Facebook, you know. All I'm saying, you know, I've dated some women that maybe not be that attractive. I'm going to keep it real. You know what I mean? What was the pretty brother? I gotta even it out, you know. But, you know, some brothers do it to the ladies, too. But the ladies on Facebook, don't be sending me pictures. And the pictures, you look like Angela Bassett, all right? And then we show up to the date, you look like a Bassett hound. I'm like, come on, man. You know, you be showing me pictures of Barry White and whatnot. And then when I get there, you just look like Scary White. It's like,
did you say Barry White?
Hey.
The one girl, man, she showed me a picture on Facebook. She was so fine, man. I was happy all the way to the date. I yelled whoopee like 6 times. Like, Jay, you going on a date? Yeah, man. This girl fine like whoopee. And I get there, and she look like Whoopi Goldberg, man. I'm like,
oh, wow. Man. Damn.
Wow.
Hey, so you saying Whoopi's bad looking?
Huh?
Whoopi's bad looking to you?
The old Whoopi or the young Whoopi?
Oh, okay. There you go. Good question.
Whoopi Cushion?
Nah, man, I'm just saying, but some kids, man, they need to get off of Facebook, man. These young children, man, they don't know. If you took them out and asked them to use the payphone, man, they would lose their mind, you know?
Right.
Everybody's on Facebook, man. My niece sprained her thumb using Facebook. There's no lie, man. She's staying here last weekend, my niece, and I walked into the room. I said, hey, baby, can you and Uncle Jay, like, go out for a while or, like, talk for a little while? You know what she told me? She said, hit me on Facebook.
Damn.
Yeah, because they won't use the phone.
I said, I'm about to hit you in the face with a book.
Well, that's how it is.
I don't read a book anymore, man, you know? That's all I'm saying, man. That's my beef with Facebook. Just be real on there, you know?
Good stuff, Jay. Why don't you stay on the line? We're going to have to go to break. Jessica, I know you've been holding, but thank you. When we come back from the break, it will be your time for Stroman's Comedy Kung Fu.
Yeah.
That was good stuff. We will be back right after these few messages.
Hi, I'm Derek Stroman from the new talk show called Speak Your Mind. I have a great show lined up for you with my co-host Jimmy Zane and my featured guest host P. Hill Gutter in his segment called A Moment of Realness. On Speak Your Mind, we're asking you to do just that. I have a wonderful lineup of comedians, skits, and just a ton of interesting topics to keep listeners interested in our show. We'll have trivia questions, prize giveaways, gift certificates, and so much more. Speak Your Mind is backed by my company called Strowman Entertainment, which showcases a whole slew of entertainment, from comedy to music bands, murder mystery to drag queen shows, and also available to hire for private parties, weddings, and so on. This is not just entertainment, this is Strowman Entertainment. Log on to my website, StrowmanEntertainment.com. Remember to listen to Speak Your Mind on Talk Radio 680 WCBM, Saturdays, midnight to 1 a.m.
Hi, I'm Johnny Erickson Tata. Sometimes people make assumptions about what someone with a disability can or cannot do. For 15-year-old Katrin, who has cerebral palsy, her disability leaves her unable to speak or move. But Katrin can see and hear. So it's a little awkward when people are standing around her and talking about her. But instead of Katrin and her family brushing others off, they attached a sign to her wheelchair that says, "Hi, I'm Katrin. I hear and understand everything you say, but I cannot speak. I can answer questions using yes or no, so please ask me if I need my communication board. Thanks for talking with me." By showing people how to communicate with her, Katrin is helping change attitudes and is building relationships. When it comes to connecting with someone who has a disability, it just takes a little communication and a little understanding.
Where can you hear and talk about UFOs, strange occurrences, life after death, and other unexplained phenomenon? I'm George Norrie. Join me every morning from 1 to 5 for Coast to Coast AM on Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
Now more of Speak Your Mind with Derek Stroman and Jimmy Zane on Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, in the radio WCBM listening world. This is Derek Stroman, and over there is P. Hill Gutter.
Yeah.
Jimmy Zane is in the hospital right now, but he'll be back with us. Don't worry, he's fine. Replacing him for this evening is documentary filmmaker Dan Cosgrove, and we had Jay the Chameleon on the line. He just gave his piece about Facebook. We also have Jessica Brocken, who's been very patient with us this evening. She's been on the line. Hello, Jessica.
How you doing?
Doing well, doing well. I hope you are doing and making a swift recovery from the incident that took place a couple weeks ago now. But, judging by the conversation we had on last week's show, you're doing better and you seem to be in a much better mood. Talk to us. How are you feeling?
Oh, great. I went to the doctor. Oh, sorry. No, it's great. My leg is recovering. The infection's gone. Almost out of antibiotics. I'm embarrassed at how often I Googled, "Can I drink on antibiotics?" And my health insurance is so bad that I had to go to the same doctor to remove stitches and do a gynecological exam.
Oh, my goodness. You got to be kidding me, right?
Sorry. So, TMI? No?
No, okay. You're all right with that. But yeah. I didn't, look, Phil said yeah. But,
yeah.
But I'm just.
This is a men's locker room, basically, your radio show.
Yeah, till I get some female personalities on the show, right?
We're working on it. Yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah. Do you want to talk about, yeah.
Well, real quick here, since you did bring it up, I mean, stitches. How many stitches did you actually have?
Six
stitches.
Not too bad.
Oh, it wasn't too bad, but yeah, that dog got you a little bit there. You know,
he got me.
Absolutely. So, I was just curious, and that's kind of wild that the same doctor is also your gynecologist. So,
it's Obamacare.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you that too. I'm glad you actually brought it up yourself there. What health care plan do you have? And you just mentioned it.
I'm on Oscar. And Oscar just sounds like a sketchy guy, like in the back of a pharmacy.
Oscars?
Use medication. Yeah, Oscar.
Never heard of it.
It's for people who don't have real jobs. People are like, people who are like comedians and artists or self-employed people, I guess it's they, whatever.
Yeah, well, hey, no, you're fine. I was, this is stuff that I'm learning. Again, this is a show. It's called Speak Your Mind. So this is a show where we're enlightening each other here. We're learning stuff, and we are going to continue to do this.
I don't want to give free advertising to a really shitty health insurance.
Oscar, you're going to have a bunch of people Googling that now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, well, I think it's kind of funny because it happened again, and I actually missed that time, but that's still fun stuff. All right, Jessica. Hey, let's go into the topic of this evening, and it is Facebook.
Yes.
What is your
Facebook.
take? Yeah, talk to me. And you're a Facebook friend of mine, so I know how we do Facebook.
Well, I use Facebook to stalk men and promote comedy. And I guess Jay dates off of Facebook. Jay, have you heard of like Tinder or like they're apps just for dating? But there's also I just stalk like my hot exes, and I watch to see how much weight they gain, and how ugly their kids are. And it really brings me a lot of joy.
Does it really?
I wish everyone the kind of joy of seeing like your hottest ex
yeah. That's got to be
blow up
tough.
in a not a positive way. Just blow up. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the ones that really blow up and get out of shape. I get it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
really nice, and it's great for me. It's like I promote shows,
Mhm.
write jokes, and stalk people, especially hot guys. But generally, I think Facebook is kind of dead. It's really busy,
Yeah.
I think people are moving over to Instagram now, because a lot of young people, because their moms and dads are on Facebook, they just go to Instagram to hide from their parents and their uncles.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Facebook has.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. I was actually talking to the engineer real quick. Sorry. Go ahead. What you were saying?
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. No, I think Facebook is dying because everybody's on it now.
Yeah, and that's why they're moving to the other ones like Instagram. I noticed that.
And Snapchat.
Yeah, Snapchat, Twitter. My Instagram is actually picking up more, and it must be because of that point that you're making now about, Facebook kind of dwindling away. Everybody's on there, like you said, but it's just going to migrate on over to Instagram. But I got a special guest on the line right now, and I just want to let all of you out there, all you WCBM listeners, know that Dustin Grits is on the line, and all he's going to do is I brought him in tonight because he is actually the champ, the running champ right now. Dustin, are you there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the running champ from a couple weeks before, the very first time we actually ran and started the Stroman's Kung Fu Comedy. And I just wanted him to introduce himself to you, Jessica. Dustin, go ahead. You have the floor.
Hey, what's up, Jessica? Jay, Jessica, you're beautiful. Jay, I'm from Glen Burnie myself, so what's up?
Jay's not on the line right now, but he can hear you.
Right.
Hey, Jay.
So I just wanted to say, whoever wins this, you're going to have a tough battle because you're going against me. And I just want to let you all know that I bury more veterans in the U.S. Army. Too soon or not soon enough?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we've had plenty of wars, so I don't know. Not soon enough. You could have hit that one later.
I also want to chime in
earlier.
about the Facebook topic a little bit. I'm on Facebook quite often. I kind of don't really have a life other than being a comic right now and being a father. But what is it with Facebook and everybody just going on there and complaining? And I honestly think Facebook's really just an NSA asset where it's just a cheap version for them, so they don't have to spend all this money on cameras and hidden mics and everything to keep an eye on us, when we literally just give them every single detail of our lives.
Absolutely. You hit it right on the head. Well, look here, Dustin. We are going to close out for this segment, for this particular show, rather, of Speak Your Mind. Thank you for joining us all the way from New York, Jessica. Thank you, Jay the Chameleon, calling from where you are, wherever you are. I believe you're in Glen Burnie. Dustin, I appreciate you as well. I will be reaching out to everybody soon enough. See you guys, on next week's Speak Your Mind. Thank you all and have a good night.
Stay connected with stimulating talk and breaking news on Talk Radio 680 WCBM Baltimore and WCBM.com.
Fox News Radio, I'm Tom Graham. Hillary Clinton sharing a stage for the first time with her newly named running mate.
He is qualified to step into this job and lead on day one.
Virginia Senator Tim Kaine stepping into the role and on the attack in Miami.
Donald Trump trash talks folks with disabilities, trash talks Mexican Americans and Latinos.
Kaine already addressing the crowd in Spanish.
Bienvenidos a todos en nuestro país, ¿verdad? Porque somos americanos todos.
This is the Democrat duo comes under fire ahead of the party's national convention kicking off in Philly on Monday. Fox's John Decker.
Philadelphia's police union is blasting Hillary Clinton for inviting relatives of victims of police shootings to speak at the DNC, but failing to include relatives of slain police officers. On top of that, some progressives reacted critically to Clinton's VP choice of Senator Tim Kaine, saying he's supportive of unfair trade deals like the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Hillary's pick also comes as leaked emails from the Democratic National Committee show there were discussions among top party officials about how to attack Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders.
Mass protests are expected in Philadelphia in the coming days. Some residents north of L.A. are sleeping with one eye open, about 1,500 others evacuated as a wildfire rages nearby. Angeles National Forest spokesperson Andrew Mitchell says it's only 10% contained despite a massive firefighting effort.
We have 126 engines, 14 hand crews, 28 helicopters, 8 fixed-wing aircraft, and 7 dozers.
The body of one man has been found in the flames. University of Florida linebacker making perhaps the most important stop of his career off the field. Police in Gainesville say Kristen Garcia stopped the rape of an unconscious woman outside of a local bar. A 34-year-old suspect is now in custody. You're listening to Fox News Radio, fair and balanced.
All eyes now turn to the Democrats. After a hotly contested primary fight, party leaders have united to take on Trump. But how will Hillary Clinton officially rally the base?
Let's make this happen together and win the election.
One team is bringing you the latest reports, powerful interviews, and every big moment live from Philadelphia. Full coverage of the Democratic National Convention starts Monday on Fox News Channel, America's election headquarters.
Weeknights, Kelly brings the heat.
Developing tonight, a Kelly File exclusive. This is breaking news. We're just getting this.
Inside today's most explosive stories.
That's not the way it was supposed to go down.
Getting answers and challenging the status quo.
Sir, it's a back and forth. I'm not just going to give you the platform for a soliloquy. Don't come on here and spit. I will leave that to you to decide.
Powerful, insightful, fair, and balanced. Megyn Kelly taking prime time to the next degree.
Join me for the Kelly File, weeknights at 9.
A Louisiana lawman is laid to rest.
Funeral services in Baton Rouge Saturday for Deputy Brad Garofalo. He was one of 3 officers who were ambushed and killed there a week ago. More than 1,500 mourners filled the Estruma Baptist Church, many of them fellow police officers from across the country. Garofalo's widow, Tanya, told eulogist Governor John Bell Edwards her husband deserved better.
Tanya said Brad didn't deserve this. He most certainly did not. What he deserved was to perhaps be on a vacation, to see those beautiful children grow up. He deserved to watch